So in my last video, I did mention that I will be demonstrating how to cast on. So let's get into that. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? All right, first like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It's your girl T, yeah, that's me, and I'm here to give you tips on looming. So I've been thinking, right? This whole pandemic really got people figuring out their niche. There's a lot of how-tos out there. How to cook, how to do hair, how to do makeup, how to do nails. Like, you name it. So you know what I did? I know how to loom. So I'm like, let me jump on this YouTube and let me teach somebody how to loom. Yes. I've been looming for like, what, 7 years? Yeah. If there ain't no better time, it's now. So like I said, I was looming for like 7 years now. I was looming like hand custom made scarves, hats, booties. Like I was doing it all on these. But now I got the AddiExpressmachine. Yes! It's like heaven. You're doing projects like this, completing projects like this. It's amazing. Yo, just watch me work. So the way I was about to yell at my dog, then I remembered I was recording. So I got my yarn. And my AddiExpressmachine. So I'm gonna show y'all how to. Y'all thought that I was gonna use my good up yarn to demonstrate. No, we're gonna start with the scraps, okay? So the yarn I use is Red Heart. First, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure my panels are circular. So I'm just click it down. Then we're gonna look for our 3 black needles to start with. So we have 3 black needles in the beginning. We want to start with the first needle. I'm gonna take my yarn, my little scrap yarn, and I'm just gonna take about a hand length, and just drop it down in the center. You want that end yarn to be on the right side of that first black needle. You're going to hook it in front of that first black needle. You're going to hook it in front. So I want you to see how I have my end string on the right side of that first peg, because if you have it the other way around, you won't be able to go the back front in a circle, because your end string, being if it's on the opposite side, that would be all wrong. Then you're going to turn the crank handle away from you, so you're able to get the next piece of yarn behind the next black peg. So you just want to go behind and then in front, behind, in front, behind, in front. You're going to do that all the way around, so you get back to the beginning with the first black peg that you started on. So you could go fast, slow, whatever. If you miss one, you could also turn that crank handle the opposite direction to fix your mistake. So remember, you're going in front, behind, in front, behind. And by the time you get back first black needle, you want the yarn to be going in front of it, right? If your yarn is not going in front, then you did something wrong. Once you get it in front, up that first black needle when you got back around, you want to put your yarn in the yarn feeder. You want to lock it. You want to lock it in. You want to lock it right inside the yarn feeder. So once that is locked in, all you have to do now,
it's time to bring it around town. Bring it around town. Bring it around town. Bring it around town.
so that's what you call casting on, or casting on. Every time it reaches back to the beginning, it will make that click sound. So another amazing thing about the AddiExpress machine is that it has a row counter on it already for you. So whereas on the loom, you have to sit there and count each row yourself while completing your project.
Bruh.
No, it's already on it for you. So what is looming? Looming is just basically the material that you're using to create your knitting pattern. It's sort of kind of like knitting. The difference is knitting is with the 2 sticks where you like crochet and do all that stuff. But looming, you're using this or the AddiExpress machine to create that pattern that you're doing, which is knitting as well. But yeah, the AddiExpress machine is just a faster way in completing your project, because on this, whereas you're doing it with your hand and going around and around and around, it would take hours. But once you get the hang of it, you'll be able to do it faster. But this, doing it by hand, I loved it, so, or whatever. And plus I get to make my own hats and scarves and headbands. Yeah. Wait, one more thing.
With this, whereas it take hours and days to complete a project on this, the AddiExpress machine, it condensed that. Like, amazing. I'ma just say, I'ma hang it up. I hang up my loom, and now I'm going to my new baby.
So enough of that chit-chatting or whatever. That was just my experience with the loom and the AddiExpress machine. But I will put in the description, so make sure you check down below in the description for where you could get the loom, just in case you're not advanced yet and you want to practice first before you go buy this $100 something. Because it ain't cheap. So if you're gonna invest, you gotta be ready. So yes, in the description I will put where you could purchase the loom, and it's a kit, so you're gonna get all the different sizes that I showed you earlier. I just want to make my video so bad. I'm gonna introduce it one day. But like and subscribe and turn on your post notifications. Come on, I know you want to see other stuff that I'm coming up with. Like, let's get creative.